Hello everybody, my name is Francis, and today I'll be talking about software called RPG Maker VX Ace. And their motto is simple enough for a child, powerful enough for a developer. Is the title, is the motto of this software. And it's a video game making software actually, where you can make your own RPG-like games on your computer. So I'm going to be talking about how I represent my culture making video games. So today I'm going to be mentioning the history and the system software of the video game making software RPG Maker VX Ace, and then I'm going to be talking about the culture and how I identify myself with it. So history and the releases. So the software was actually developed in Japan by a company called Enterbrain, which was released there. And here in North America, it is called H-Tech, was released for the first time on the very first PlayStation in 2002 of October 2002. Ever since then, that software became expanded all of a sudden all the way to the PC, starting with RPG Maker VX Ace. They released it in Japan in December of 2011. Here in the US, we got it in March of 2012. Now, I'm going to be talking about the system, how it works, and what else is in it. So the system that they use in order to help create your own game is called Ruby. It's called Ruby Scripting System 3, which is a computer language software, which is a computer language making thing, which you can create scripts to make your game even more pretty. Here's the thing, it's a little bit tedious because you have to make sure that all your code is correct, otherwise it won't work. Besides that though, the other system is here, your imagination. Because what you can do, you can make the text for your characters, you can make the events for your game, and you can make very pretty scenes. Alright? So now that I've talked about the system and the software history, now I'm going to talk about the culture and how I identify myself with it. When I grew up, I first thought, maybe I want to be a game show host. I'm like, when I saw the software for the first time, I'm like, no, I'm going to be a computer scientist so that I can make this game even better. I can use it and I can develop. So, but how do I identify myself with the culture? I'm actually making my very first game thanks to this software that I call RPG Maker VX Ace. So I'm actually making my first game where you take the role of the heroine who wants to defeat evil. All right. In conclusion, I have talked about the history of the software and the system. I also identify myself with the culture. And I hope one day you can all develop your own virtual world. And if you develop your own virtual world using the software, eventually your software in-game can make it here to the Nintendo DS. My name is Francis Bercero, and that is my speech.